Steve Raleigh here now to break things down for us. Steve?
Yeah, here's the very latest for you. As we look at things on Ultimate Doppler 9 and the radar network, you'll see that bullet that we dodged that Tanya was mentioning. There's a good line of strong to severe storms now just down to our south. You'll notice the watches and the warnings breaking out all across the area. We have ourselves really clear weather set for tonight, so no worries around the tri-state, but certainly south of here, that is the case. Now, there's a new policy in place on tornado warnings and sirens and everything else. We were wondering how that policy is actually received by some of the hardest hit areas that were really damaged from the March 2nd tornado. So we sent 9 News reporter Tom McKee to Piner, Kentucky to find out. He joins us live from a community really on the rebound. Tom.
Well, Steve, that certainly is correct. Right now, the biggest concern right now is the wind. People get here very nervous when the winds pick up like this. Well, it may not look like it, but there's progress being made here at the home of Doug Imhoff on Kentucky Route 17. This debris is all going to be pushed into the basement this weekend and burned, ultimately going to be put in that dumpster right over there. And the family even has a trailer, a mobile home on the property, so they can keep a closer eye on things right now. Now, looking back to March 2nd, Imhoff said he didn't hear any sirens sounding at all because the wind was too strong. He relied on electronic media to get himself safely to the basement just minutes before the storm hit. Now, when the winds pick up, Imhoff gets nervous, so a standardized warning policy is okay in his mind.
I think it would be a great system if they were more widespread as far as more locations with the sirens and things of that nature. The sirens for us are about 1.5 miles down, I believe. But, you know, obviously you can never have too many.
Now that siren is mounted on a pole at the grounds of Piner Elementary School, where students huddled safely inside the day those tornadoes hit the area. And Steve, what's the reaction on Carlisle Road, which is a couple of miles away and suffered heavy tornado damage? Well, stay tuned for 6 and I'll have some reaction.
Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Now let's delve into that policy, and to really give you the specifics, we're going to talk to Rick Murray. He's the Warren County Operations Manager. Rick, thanks very much for joining us tonight.
You're welcome, Steve.
Well, Rick, why don't you break down exactly what the new policy is, the way we see it at this point?
Basically, our policy in our county, and I believe it's the policy that most of the counties in our region has gone to, but for specifics, you definitely want to get a hold of those counties. But our county, if the National Weather Service issues a tornado warning, we'll set the outdoor warning sirens off. If we have a trained weather spotter call and say they've seen a funnel or a tornado, we'll set them off. The only other reason we set our outdoor warning sirens off is for our test of the outdoor warning sirens. But even during the test, if it's a bad day weather-wise out, if it's a little, we're expecting like this morning, if we was scheduled to do those tests today, because there was reports that we might hear some thunder rolling and different things like that in the later morning, we probably would not have set them off.
Okay, Rick, thanks very much. In a word, just yes or no, is this the right move for everybody to make, to come together to set them off in unison?
Absolutely. It's less confusing for the public.
Okay, Rick, thanks very much. Rick Murray, the Warren County Emergency Operations Manager. And then bottom line to this, guys, as I give it back to you, is we're now going to have that universal sound to tornado warnings across the area for almost all the counties. And just a reminder, too, there's even one more way you can get your family ready for severe weather. You can watch our spring severe weather special called Get Ready, Preparing Your Family for the Worst. It's Saturday night at 7 right here on Channel 9. Guys, that's the very latest.
All right, thank you, Steve.